College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. This is what the committee uses to evaluate the teams. They rank the teams.
All right, after all the bullshit they've been talking, college football playoff rankings about to come out.
They list teams. Top 6 get it. Top 3 vote getters are placed into the rankings. They'll add 3 more and do it over and over again. Conference championship, strength of schedule, head-to-head, common opponents, and all of that is used to decide among teams that are comparable. Of course, there's also the unequivocally better component. If the committee deems one team to be unequivocally better, then they just rank them how they see fit, and those things that you just saw are used to separate teams that are close. All the things that people start getting into the minutiae details, public are pointing.
But what a year to have that. I mean, Cincinnati played Notre Dame. How perfect is that for them? Like, yeah. I mean, that doesn't happen. Like, most of the time, the group of 5 were like, they might be better. They might be better. They played. 4 and 5 have already played.
That's why it takes the drama out.
Well, you think, I just want to point out, he doesn't know if it's 4 and 5. It's just what he thinks. So let's see what the rankings are. We have the top 6 in now. College football playoff rankings presented by AT&T 5G. Let's start at number 6.
Ohio State.
Moving in. You know, we had a discussion, Joey, yesterday that if you had complete chaos and a bunch of 2-loss teams, Buckeyes maybe had a shot.
It's interesting to me. And I thought that Baylor winning the Big 12, they might jump ahead of Ohio State, ahead of Ole Miss, ahead of Notre Dame. Apparently,
that the day they just thought Ohio State was a better team.
Yeah, that didn't happen. It just makes you wonder what would have happened had they lost to Oregon at the start of the year. Yeah. Even with everything that just happened this weekend, but obviously that loss to Oregon, it stings a little bit worse the way the Ducks finished the season.
Yeah.
Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Jen, no consolation by the Ohio State.
Utah. Can we go watch now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great game.
Motherfuckers were just saying they don't want to see Utah and fucking Ohio State at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Notre Dame, number 5.
Baylor, I thought underranked at 9 going in, and even that last-second stand didn't put them into the top 6. They're still Big 12 champions, still going to the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, no wins against teams that were ranked in the top 25 heading into this weekend. But if you've watched Notre Dame throughout the course of the year, they got a lot better in the second half of the season. Their last 6 games, they're winning 40-12. They're doing it without their best player, maybe on the team, and safety Kyle Hamilton.
Tumultuous week. Brian Kelly leaves. A lot of talk on Tuesday night. Well, they're not the same team. Remember that little asterisk, coach is gone. To me, 4 or 5 days later, they're sitting there at 5. Marcus Freeman's in place. Tommy Rees, strength coach. Stability. That brand's gotten younger and just almost feels like cooler. And we'll see how they respond to getting this opportunity at 5.
Number 4. Looking forward to seeing where the Irish go to a bowl game, by the way. Year 6 bowl. Who's number 4?
Cincinnati, number 4. First group of 5 team to make it to the college football playoffs. Cincinnati.
Chili is suddenly a little sweeter. The sound you hear is this glass ceiling idea. Oh yeah, being broken. There they are in Cincinnati.
Wait,
having the watch party, having the banquet.
They want to see that. They want to see that name.
Earlier.
Number 4.
They're wanting to wait.
Hey, there it is. History.
They're guidelines for everybody. They're on the way to the Big 12 in the future, but right now they're the first group of 5 teams ever to make college football.
Oh, they finally gonna join the conference, the Big 12. That's cool.
They're the only undefeated team. There's only one. They're the third one to make the playoff. The only one that did not see after 7.
But I'm confused. What about that narrative that the group of 5 wasn't allowed to start their own? Yeah. I thought there was a lot of buzz out there that they wouldn't.
We got Ohio State at 6, Notre Dame at 5, Cincinnati at 4. And probably gonna put Georgia at 3.
See, that was the glass ceiling. Yeah. Just got smashed. Right there. Win your games. They had to have a little bit. They even had some bad luck.
Georgia gonna be number 3.
On the schedule, Indiana was terrible at the time. Indiana was a preseason top 15 team, and still the Bearcats are the only undefeated team. They are number 4. They will get whoever is number 1. But right now,
Alabama number 1.
this feels like a spot for Georgia, I would assume.
Georgia number 3. See, I told you.
Bulldogs have gone wire to wire at number 1, but then they lost Alabama yesterday, sent them there, and now they can be the team that's put upon, the team that's doubted, the team that.
And I think Georgia becomes a much more dangerous team now.
Oh yeah.
They've been down Georgia the whole fucking season. They was ready for Georgia to lose. But we still made the playoffs. We still made the playoffs. Number 3 for all you hating ass bitch ass niggas out there talking all that shit. Shit, I take that number 3 spot. A lot of these other college football teams will break both of their legs and cut both of their toes off and be in the college football playoffs. Suck my dick, Dolan and Deuce podcast. Yeah. Notre Dame at number 5, motherfucker. Georgia still better than them. Michigan number 2 and Alabama number 1. We already know what it is. It's going to be Michigan versus Georgia, Cincinnati versus Alabama.
The other 4, 3 won the national championship, and the other one played for the national championship. Here's the case for number 1 between Alabama and Michigan. We popped this up earlier. JP, where would you go? You're ranking in Alabama or Michigan?
I'm going Alabama 1. Just you scored 41 points against that Georgia defense that we said was generational. You do it with the backup center and John Mechie out in the second half. To me, that was enough as a statement. I know they haven't been as consistently dominant throughout the course of the year, but to me, that puts Bama at 1. I've got Michigan staying at 2.
I would say that Bama, based not just on that, just the fact that they beat Georgia, who's been clearly the dominant team in the way they beat them. But I will say this, if Alabama ends up number 1, wouldn't you agree? Michigan is trending in a direction where they're playing their best football right now, and that win against Ohio State has created even more belief and more confidence. So wherever they end up, Michigan is a dangerous team in this group.
Josh Gaddis has been different with this offense this season. Past seasons, it was like, where's the creativity? It's 3 yards, cloud of dust, try to get it done.
We already know who number 1 and 2 is, so I don't want to hear all this stupid shit these niggas talking about. We already know who 1 and 2 is, so y'all might as well just go on the show it.
But Michigan, impressive where they are now compared to where they were. Okay, let's delay no longer.
Michigan number 2.
We go to 1.
Alabama number 1, of course.
Alabama is number 1, and that will put Michigan at number 2.
Just told y'all that.
Yep. Alabama, Cincinnati.
Reese, when do you decide who plays what bowl game? When do you guys decide? Alabama, they don't choose. Can you clarify?
Yeah,
Alabama, do they choose or does the committee choose for them?
They don't choose.
The committee gonna choose for them. They ain't gonna let the teams choose.
Call and ask what is your preference. It doesn't guarantee that they're going to get that, but that's how it's done. There is Michigan getting together, the Wolverine Big Ten champion.
That was a Big Ten class.
Champions of the West. Victor's Valley. Conquering heroes, the Wolverines get Georgia to play great ball. Now, there were some that were talking about the committee manipulating the matchups to try to make sure that you couldn't have an all-SEC championship game. I would have been perfectly fine if Michigan...
Okay, Michigan versus Georgia at the Orange Bowl. And Alabama versus Cincinnati at the Cotton Bowl. That's the top 4. So we got to get ready to play Michigan at the Orange Bowl. Definitely have to make major adjustments on offense and definitely defense. The defense got exposed yesterday.
These are the criteria. Here's what they're doing. It's not a group of people getting around like, hey, is there some things we'd like to avoid, some things we'd like to accomplish?
You'll be surprised what these college football committee members would do. So it's all about the money. So
I don't know how you guys feel. I feel like we could have a national championship game without Alabama or Georgia. I really think Michigan and Cincinnati, from an X's and O's standpoint, talent standpoint, scheme standpoint, has what it takes to win in the semifinals.
And it has been clarified now. Alabama and Cincinnati will play in Arlington AT&T Stadium in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic and then Capital One Orange Bowl. That will be Michigan and Georgia. Remember, those games are on New Year's Eve this year. So
plan accordingly.
Yeah, you know what? So yesterday and all of the disappointment for Georgia, but now already just sitting here, Michigan, Georgia.
I think it's important.
Call that game.
I think people are probably. I think people are going to probably say, well, if they had input, why would Alabama want to go to Texas? You want to go to Texas because less distractions. You go to Miami, you go to South Beach. Plenty of opportunities for kids to go and possibly get in trouble and go enjoy too much.
they're gonna do that regardless.
Texas, get my team focused. There's plenty in Dallas now.
Hey, me and Paulie and I go every year.
You guys,
Right there.
we've been there. Plenty in Dallas.
You might go there again, Joey. So plenty. start with the early feel on the matchups. This year, where you don't really have, we thought Georgia might be that, especially defensively. You don't have dominant teams is separated from the field like Alabama last year, the LSU, the team the year before. If styles make fights, you've got somewhat similar styles, Michigan and Georgia, and then Cincinnati can match up in secondary.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Michigan matchup against Georgia's obvious. You know, we'll talk a lot about that, but I think we were sitting here to break the potential of a Cincinnati defense going up against Alabama's offense. Now John Mechie looks like he may be out.
Yeah, man, I feel for that brother John Mechie. He gonna be out the whole playoffs. I think he suffered an ACL injury. I feel for that brother, man. He definitely gonna be a major impact player in the NFL. Whoever gets him. Yeah, Dolan and Deuce podcast. You thought Notre Dame was gonna get in, bitch? Have fun at the Rose Bowl. My Georgia Bulldogs got to get ready for this Michigan State Wolverine team. But I'm going to end this video. I really don't want to hear what these motherfuckers say. Michigan versus Georgia. Georgia number 3 after losing to Alabama in the SEC championship game yesterday. Michigan number 2. Cincinnati number 4. Alabama number 1, of course. New Year's 6 bowls, Cotton Bowl, Orange Bowl. Yeah, baby. I'm going to end the video. Tell me what y'all thoughts about the rankings. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out, y'all.